Imagine creating masterpieces that would echo through history, all while trapped in silence. My name is Ludwig van Beethoven, and this is my story. I was born on December 17, 1770, in Bonn, Germany. My father, Johann van Beethoven, was a court musician with big dreams for me. He wanted me to become the next Mozart. From a young age, I was pushed into intense musical training. My father's methods were harsh, and he often drank too much, but my talent was undeniable. By the age of 10, I was already performing as a pianist and learning from some of the best musicians in Bonn. At 17, I traveled to Vienna, hoping to study with the legendary Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. But fate had other plans. My mother fell ill, and I had to return home to care for my family. After she passed away, my father struggled with alcoholism, and I became responsible for my younger brothers. In 1792, I returned to Vienna to study under Joseph Haydn, one of the greatest composers of the time. Vienna was the heart of European culture, and I quickly gained a reputation for my piano skills and bold improvisations. By the turn of the century, I had composed works like my piano sonatas Opus 2 and Symphony No. 1, honoring classical traditions while pushing musical boundaries. But around 1798, something troubling happened. I began to lose my hearing. By 1802, my deafness had worsened, and I retreated to the village of Heiligenstadt. In despair, I wrote the Heiligenstadt Testament, confessing my pain and even contemplating ending my life. Yet I chose to live on and pour my deepest emotions into music. After this turning point, I entered one of the most productive periods of my life. In 1803, I composed Symphony No. 3, the Eroica. It was originally dedicated to Napoleon, whom I admired as a symbol of freedom. But when Napoleon declared himself emperor, I was furious and scratched out the dedication. During this time, I also composed works like Symphony No. 5 and Symphony No. 6, the Pastoral. The famous four-note opening of Symphony No. 5, da-da-da-dum, became one of the most recognizable motifs in music, symbolizing fate knocking at the door. As my hearing worsened, I stopped performing publicly but continued to compose. I found new ways to imagine sound in my mind, creating music that was more complex and emotional. In 1809, I received financial support from wealthy patrons in Vienna, giving me the freedom to compose without financial worries. Despite my growing fame, my personal life was lonely. I never married, though I had a few romantic interests. One of my deepest emotional connections was with a woman I called my immortal beloved in letters, but her identity remains a mystery. By 1816, my deafness was nearly complete, and I withdrew from much of public life. Though isolated, my creativity soared. I composed some of my greatest works during this time, including the Missa Solemnis and Symphony No. 9. The Ninth Symphony, with its famous Ode to Joy, became a symbol of unity and the triumph of the human spirit. I also wrote a series of string quartets, including the Grosse Fuge, which were incredibly complex and ahead of their time. These works challenged listeners and showcased my desire to break free from traditional forms. In the final years of my life, my health declined rapidly. I passed away on March 26, 1827, at the age of 56. Thousands attended my funeral in Vienna, a testament to the impact I had made on the world of music. My journey from a child prodigy in Bonn to a deaf composer in Vienna was one of overcoming immense adversity. I expanded the language of music and changed the way people understand sound. My works continue to inspire and resonate with people around the world, proving that even in silence there is profound music. Thank you for watching. If my story moved you, please support our channel by letting us know who we should explore next in the comments below. See you in the next story.